they've put a message out there, wrestling has, that anybody can do this.
No.
Like anybody can be a professional wrestler. And to me, that is such a disrespect to, the boys before them that, like you said, went through Stu and went through Killer Kowalski and went through Johnny Rods and, had years and years of training and on the road in different territories. Now at Travis Scott, bro, come on, man. Yeah. Come slap the crap out of our champion, man. You want to play wrestling? Come on, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's that time again. It is time. Yes, indeed. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It is that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to relax. It is time to chill. It is time to take a load off, ladies and gentlemen. Get you some tea with an umbrella on it. If you got a hammock, go ahead and swing a little bit in your hammock, listening to some nice lo-fi, relaxing music, ladies and gentlemen. Having a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Vince Russo and I are going to appease your listening buds, if you will. We're going to talk some wrestling. Wrestling here, yes. You want to hear some wrestling? It's like a fifth. Let's talk some wrestling, Vince. How are you, my brother?
I'm all right, Doctor.
Yes, indeed, man. Awesome. All right, let's talk about Travis Scott reportedly busting Cody Rhodes' eardrum and giving him a black eye. And it's real to him. And there was he really didn't know. I have differing opinions about Travis Scott. I'm not big into his music. I don't know his music really at all, other than the WrestleMania theme song is plastered everywhere. But at the same time, hey, they wanted to make it this mob mentality with this heel turn. Aesthetically, I see why they did it. But, Travis Scott knows nothing about pro wrestling. Reportedly, he's training to be more active in the ring. But just as far as timing, he's trying to raise up Cody, and he's like bowed up, and Cena's subtly putting him back down. Got a little a hit to Cody, the side of Cody Rhodes' face. What do you say about all this controversy surrounding Travis?
Bro, he cracked the crap out of him, bro. I saw the meme. He punctured his eardrum, bro. You got to hit somebody pretty hard to puncture their eardrum, man. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Like, but you know what, bro? Like that's what the business has become. That's what it's become, bro. Like, like these guys are just, going out there killing each other. And then a guy like Travis Scott watches it on TV and thinks it's real. And bro, I swear to God, bro, 50% of the people in this business, I think, have forgotten it's a work. I really do. 50%. I mean, even when you look at that match with Sammy and Kevin Owens, bro, you know how many things they're doing to each other that could seriously injure them? Guys, it's a work. No, it's a work. I swear, Chris, when I was working, the only person, there was one person who would do that. And you know who that was?
Who's that?
Mick Foley. Yeah. Because Mick Foley had a death wish. Mick Foley was the only guy on the roster that would do crazy stuff like that. Now, literally, it's 90% of the roster.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Vince, is in 2025, man, it's like before you had to do 1,000 Hindu squats a day and run around the city and have a bunch of, do 500 sit-ups a day and be trained by Vern Gagne or Killer Kowalski. Like you had to be, or Stu Hart and go in the dungeon and really like man up, and kind of prove yourself. Nowadays, the only thing to do is just have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube or 1 million TikTok followers, and that's all you need. That's ISO speeds, which was a viral moment, but it's like, man, you've got people wanting to have that moment, that's in the roster, and because you're TikTok famous or YouTube famous, you just slide right in, man, just like Travis Scott being a rapper.
And bro, I swear to God, to me and Chris, I'm not one of the boys, but I swear to God, they've put a message out there, wrestling has, that anybody can do this.
No.
Like anybody can be a professional wrestler. And to me, that is such a disrespect to, you know, the boys before them that, like you said, went through Stu and went through Killer Kowalski and went through Johnny Rods and, you know, had years and years of training and on the road in different territories. Now at Travis Scott, yeah, bro, come on, man. Yeah. Come slap the crap out of our champion, man. You want to play wrestling? Come on, man.
Just imagine if it would have been something that the doctors was like, yeah, man, you can't, you might get concussed here. You can't go out. You know, this is probably a 3-month time that you need to rest. And that one thing caused Cody to have a concussion that would have him sit out of WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand just those little nuances, just those little subtleties can really change the trajectory of the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, and Chris, let me tell you something too. And I've not really taken this into consideration until now. Bro, if you've got a punctured eardrum, you ain't getting on an airplane.
Correct.
The air pressure at 30,000 feet. And bro, maybe that's why he wasn't on Raw. Yeah. Like seriously, because he could not get on an airplane for a certain amount of time. Bro, I've had, Chris, I've always had ear trouble, man. And I swear to God, Chris, this is the most painful thing I ever went through in my life. I was in college and I had a head cold and I could feel I had fluid in my ears and I flew anyway. And the fluid got trapped behind my eardrums. And Chris, I went about 2 weeks without hearing. Finally, I had to go to the doctor because it was driving me crazy. Bro, I swear, in both my ears, the doctor took a needle this big, punctured my eardrum, then fed a tube in it to suck out the water that was trapped. Chris, I swear to God, I never felt that much pain in my entire life. That is not fun. Yeah. That could have been the reason the dude couldn't get on a plane. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's a punctured eardrum, so you don't want them to go. I mean, it's just like, to your point of what the story that you just shared, it's going to make the injury worse if he's flying, you know, with that pressure, you know, with that air pressure.
And then, bro, then you're talking about vertigo and all that stuff, Chris, which is horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it's only a month and a half away from WrestleMania, man. Like, that's the type of stuff that you want to be very, very careful. I mean, and you know how it is, Vince, man. It's like, man, if it was one thing, if it was one of the boys in a match and it was just like a fluke, you know, type of thing with two people from the locker room going at it and it happens, it's one of those like, yeah, man, it's not your fault. It's all good. But it's another thing with if Travis Scott would be the person that ruins the trajectory of a WrestleMania.
Yeah, and bro, like, I gotta tell you, Chris, like, you know, hundreds of athletes have been involved in wrestling throughout the years. I think athletes get it because the athletes, you know, the Karl Malones, let's take Karl Malone, for example. They're looking at these wrestlers like they're great athletes. Like, they know it's a work. They know it's a show. But when you get somebody in there that's like a non-athlete and believes their own hype that they're this bad, you know what, rapper, and I'm going to slap the crap out of this, you know, white punk. Bro, like, seriously, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, thankfully, hopefully it doesn't get worse. You know, that's not even guaranteed. Hopefully it doesn't get worse.
Yeah.
But you know, until then, man, I think the lesson learned is, Travis, I understand. You know, it's a big moment for you. The theme song, this WrestleMania, it's cool. Once the mob mentality with The Rock being the final boss and that aesthetic with the three people, and it's more of a mob look, and I'm fine with that. But at the same time, man, there's just certain things that you just need to listen more than do, and you know, just having a shot at Cody Rhodes, and it was completely inconsequential to any of the turn. Like it did nothing to enhance the moment whatsoever.
Yeah.
And clearly it made it worse, actually.
Yeah. And Chris, it's like, again, with the freaking WWE, like, why was he even there? If he's got, bro, again, when Karl Malone was there and Dennis Rodman was there and all that stuff, there was a story to it. That wasn't just, Karl Malone showed up one day and slapped Hulk Hogan across the face.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, give us a little bit of a story of Rock's connection with this guy. I mean, tell us something, bro.
Yep. And that's the times where I think that you use the Netflix after the turn for that. You know what I mean? Like, you get some B-roll, get some. You can do amateur. WWE's production is so good that you can do an amateur video. You can just do a video from your phone and cut a promo. You can pat some things together as far as just why did Travis Scott come out with The Rock? We still don't know that. He just came out with them. They gave each other some dap, and they walked out together. So it's like, why though? Well,
I'm telling you, Chris, and like, conspiracy theorists will tell you this. Okay,
Where's your clip? Where's your sound?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah,
there you go,
bro. Conspiracy theorists will tell you this: Rock, Travis Scott, John Cena, members of the Illuminati. And then when Rock goes out there and says, I want your soul, when John Cena does the hazing bit at the Oscars where he's running out there naked, when, Travis Scott has this concert where all these young kids are killed, and some people say it was a sacrifice. Now you've got these three together. Okay, bro, do you really want us to start putting puzzles together?
Ooh. This is you got to get your a monocle, man, and just do one of those sleuth gimmicks, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Very interesting there.